Hello, gorgeous. I wanted to drop in today and share a little tidbit with you. I call it's not about the garbage. Now, here's what I mean. Not too long ago, I was having a conversation with a group of fellow coaches and counselors and therapists that I deeply admire and respect. We were getting together to talk about business, but of course, I'm a relationship coach, and so inevitably, questions will come up about relationships. And so, one of the women there, who is brilliant and amazing, and I adore and respect her, said something, and I said, "Well, it's kind of like when he doesn't take the garbage out." And she said, that doesn't really resonate with me because my husband's really supportive in those ways. So that doesn't really land. That's not what I'm talking about. She said, however, there was a time when I was having serious health issues and I was afraid. And he couldn't even drive me to the hospital. And she said, that was devastating to me. And I got quiet for a minute and I looked at her and I said, I can't imagine what that's like when you're facing something that terrifies you. And the one person you want to count on the most isn't there for you. That must have been really hard. And I said, but the truth is, it is about the garbage. Because the things that we argue about, the things that hurt us, the things that wound us are not the things. It's not that he doesn't take the garbage out. It's not that he isn't there for us when we need him. It's what we make that mean. It's about what we're expecting from him, which we may not even be aware of. We may not even been able to verbalize it. And it's about what we make his actions and his words mean, how we interpret and process those. And I can tell you that the way that we're going to process what he does and what we argue about is going to be completely dependent on how worthy we feel of love. Do we feel worthy of having a partner that meets us halfway, that takes the garbage out? Do we feel worthy of being loved to the degree that when we need him to be there, he's there? Now, I know that may sound kind of crazy, but the truth is the things we fight about are not the things. It isn't about the money or the kids or even sex or what he used to do that he doesn't do anymore. It's about that deep-seated desire we have to feel worthy of love. And the hook is that no one else can give us that feeling. Because you see, when we understand that we are worthy just because we are, and that he is worthy just because he is, then we begin to show up in a way that's authentic and genuine, and we ask for what we want, not from a place of anger or defensiveness or a need to justify it. We don't have to say, well, I did this last time. Well, you didn't do this. So it doesn't de-escalate into a debate or an argument because we have nothing to defend. So just remember that whether it's something small or whether it's something really big, the question we always get to come back to is, what is it I feel worthy of receiving? Am I open to receiving love and support and kindness and generosity? And when we begin to take the focus off of him and what he's doing, and we stop collecting evidence of how he doesn't love us, and we begin to collect evidence of, do we love ourselves? Are we loving us enough to expect these things in our relationship? So the next time you're having an argument, I want to invite you to step back and think, what am I really fighting about? Is it that he's not taking the garbage out? Or is it that I don't feel supported? What am I making that lack of support mean? Is it that he wasn't there for me when I needed him and I was scared? How am I interpreting that? How am I processing that? So my invitation today is just to remember the things we argue about are not the things. We're not arguing about the things. We're arguing about something much, much deeper. And those are things he can never, ever give us. Those are things we get to give ourselves. And when we give those things to ourselves, we show up differently. And when we show up differently, he responds to us differently. Now, he may respond in a way that we go, this is not the relationship for me. But you'll have clarity and you'll know it. And it'll come from a place of confidence and peace and empowerment and even love. We won't have to tear him down to understand that he just isn't capable of loving me the way that I feel worthy of being loved. And so until next time, I'm just going to say bisous and know I love you. You get to love you. You are worthy of love just because you are.